The hospital corridor was silent except for his ragged breathing. Marcus sat hunched outside the ICU, his daughter's life hanging by a thread inside. The doctors had given up. They needed a rare blood type, a perfect match. Time was running out. Then she appeared, a woman in scrubs, her limp barely noticeable after all these years. Sarah, the intern he'd tormented 2 decades ago when he was a surgical resident drunk on power and cruelty. He remembered that night with sickening clarity. She'd questioned his judgment on a procedure. In his arrogance and rage, he'd shoved her near the stairwell. She'd fallen backward down an entire flight, 17 stairs. He'd walked away, filed a false report, destroyed her career before it began. She'd spent months in rehabilitation. Her dreams of becoming a surgeon shattered along with her spine. Now she stood before him, older but unmistakable. Recognition flickered in her eyes, then something else, not revenge, understanding. "When I heard about your daughter," she said quietly, "I'm the match." Marcus's world stopped. "And you can't, after what I did." Sarah sat beside him, her movements careful, deliberate. "And I became a nurse instead. I see scared fathers every day. I see little girls who deserve to live." She paused, her voice steady. "A daughter doesn't carry sins." She rolled up her sleeve without waiting for his response. As the nurse prepared her arm, Sarah turned to him one last time. "Tony, you took something from me once. Today, I'm choosing to give something back. Not to you, to her. That's the difference between us." 3 hours later, Marcus watched through the window as color returned to his daughter's cheeks. Sarah was already gone, disappeared back into her shift, into a life she'd rebuilt from ruins he'd created. In the reflection of that hospital glass, Marcus saw himself clearly for the first time. A man who'd spent 20 years running from his cruelty, saved by the very grace he'd never shown. His daughter would live, and he would spend the rest of his life learning what Sarah already knew, that the measure of a person isn't found in the power they wield, but in the mercy they choose when they have every right to withhold it.